it keeps turning off the video or asking me if I'm having an emergency and I want to call 911. Any part that comes off, you can lose. This hook is so that you can actually hang a weighted thing on here so that you can turn it sideways. 3 types of equipment and 1 sort of non-equipment. All right, what if you want to make money on YouTube and you want to do this by shooting videos of yourself, your own process, and maybe interviewing others? So you need ways to hold your phone, which is probably by far the best camera you've got. You need ways to hold your phone. And in this video, I'm going to show you and talk about 4 different ways to hold your phone so that you can have different angles and different ways to shoot videos to make it interesting, to make it fun for you, and to make it so that people can see from different angles and see really well, sometimes close up, sometimes far away, what it is that you're doing. So this is not a how to shoot videos video. This is what are the 4 different types of, well, 3 types of equipment and 1 sort of non-equipment that you can use to do this. Hey, it's Natalie. Very glad you're here. Hope you enjoy this video and get just what you wanted out of it. So if you're going to be shooting YouTube videos, you're going to want to be able to film yourself, right? And so there's several ways you can do this. 1, you can hold the camera yourself and look at yourself and speak into it. That's fine. And, you know, it's kind of interesting because of the handheld aspect. It keeps people's interest, but it can be tiring on the arm, okay? Second thing you can do is prop your phone up against something, you know, shooting in the right direction. That's okay, but there's not always something to prop it up against, like, you know, if you're in nature. And then the third possibility is having a selfie stick, which again, it's similar to holding the camera, except with a selfie stick, you can hold it out farther away from you. So, you know, you're not like right there in your face. And then the 4th way is to have some kind of a tripod. So I've got a couple of different tripods. The camera is on a tripod right now, and the tripod that it's on is, I'll show you a photo of it, is both a tripod and a selfie stick, but it's a terrible selfie stick because in order for a quality selfie stick, but the selfie stick of this one is crappy because there's no way to tilt the camera. So what happened is last weekend I went to dinner at my sister's house, like 3.5 hours away, and I brought my tripod because I was shooting videos of my first camping trip, but also I brought it in the house because I wanted to be able to take a family group photo, which we did, but then I forgot the tripod. So, because I didn't want to drive 3.5 hours to 7 hours total to get my tripod, I bought a new one. So, this is the one I bought. The one I had that I left there, I like very much. It was only about 20 bucks. And I wanted one that had all the same capabilities, but they had one that was orange to go with Poppy, and I'm a sucker for color coordination, so that's what I got. So here it is. It's not very lightweight, but that's okay. So there is a camera holder. It's one of these with the spring. I have a bunch of these, so, you know, fine, but I don't really need it. Comes in a zipper pouch. All right. Okay, first thing is, okay, this is an interesting camera mount. Very large thing here, and this comes off, the thing that you put the phone in, or the screw in. Actually, you don't put the phone in, you screw this onto that. So this is what that's like, and I like this because it comes off, although any part that comes off, you can lose. You can leave somewhere and forget it. And then what you do is you screw these two together. So the mount, and there's actually a little screw thing on there, so you can decide which direction you want this to be facing. So it could be this way, or it could be the other way. So anyway, that's there. And then this goes, hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. This goes back in here like that, and then you snap it shut. And then this screws on the tripod. Okay. So now we have leg rubber. This one's fancier than the other one that I got. That's why it was more expensive. It was more like $30. So these are great. These are really great. These are feet, and these can pivot in there like a little ball and socket. And dun-dun-dun, here comes the actual tripod. Ah, and an extra one of these, so when you do lose it, you got another one. That is really smart. Okay, so here it is, and this is the reason I paid, I don't know, $5 extra so I could get this cool orange color. So these are a little tight, but these snap down. You can undo one of them. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, there's a fourth one. Wow. Okay, this is cool. Okay, let's just do one so you can see it from where you are. So the last one is little, kind of hard to get out, but that's really cool. It almost feels like it needs to be lubricated. Okay. So one of the cool things about this is, you see this hook right here? This hook is so that you can actually hang a weighted thing on here, so that if you're like on a slope or in the wind or something, the tripod is not going to fly over. So now you get it, and it's got a handle on here, and it's got a, how does this work? Ah, okay. If I open another one of these legs, we can get another like foot of height. So it's like this. So here we have this set up, and it can go up a lot higher. And this is one of the reasons that I wanted this, because it's really nice to be able to have a tripod that is like taller than you are. So you can get at a better angle. Okay, so this is pretty good. So now we put this goes up on top of this whole thing. So this is what makes this heavier than my old one. But the very cool thing about this is that, so this top part can swivel. So this top part can swivel like this, back and forth like this, which lets you look down on something or look up on it. That's really cool. And you can also loosen this so that you can turn it sideways or whatever way. And you can also use this so it can extend up even higher. Very cool. And it also has a third dial because it can swivel around this way. Actually, I'm unscrewing it. I'm not sure what this one is for. Maybe it's for, that's what it is. It's to stop this. So I don't actually know if I mean, it was swiveling around, but I think I'm unscrewing it while I'm doing it. Anyway, it also has a level, which is very cool. And you can tighten this so that it can't collapse. Okay, this is a great tripod. The releases are a little tight right now. I don't know if some graphite or something could help that, or if they just need a little time. I like it very much for the way it operates and what it does, and I'm going to take it outside right now and use it to film how I'm laying out my car to figure out what all I can get in it. Okay. I'll put the brand name, I can't even remember what it is. I mean, you probably saw it. I'll put the link for what this is down below, and also the link for the previous one that I had, which I think might be no longer sold. That's why I couldn't get it again. And the link to the one that I'm using right here, which I think is crappy. When I first showed this and when I first used it, I didn't have this knob because it was in a separate plastic bag in the case. And what I found is that I couldn't get this mechanism to stabilize. I was tightening it with this knob over here and it would never get totally tight. But then when I looked at the product in Amazon, I saw that it had this, and so I dug around and there it was inside the packaging. So this makes it really, well, this is a little wobbly, but I could tighten that up. But it makes it very secure. So I think this is a great product. I'm glad I got it, and it's 2.8 pounds, which isn't the lightest weight thing in the world, but it's heavy enough, and it goes with my element. All right, one more little piece here, and this part of the video I am actually shooting by propping up my camera against a plant on the box, like I showed you, and because I want to show you these two different phone mounts. So let me take this off so that you can see that they have the same mounting capability. Okay, so both of these screw on, both of these grip your phone, so they, on the surface, they may look like really similar, like almost the same. So here's the thing, this is the one that came with that orange tripod. And this one hooks on with like a spring-loaded grip. The challenge with the iPhone 16, which I use, is that it's really hard for this to find a place to grip on the phone that doesn't either push the camera button or the like emergency button. So when I use this, it keeps turning off the video or asking me if I'm having an emergency and I want to call 911. So this one is, this has happened repeatedly ever since I got it. So even though it's, you know, it has the dial and you can turn it landscape or portrait, you know, it's quality. It's hard with a 16 because there's an extra button on a 16 that weren't on the previous iterations. If you don't have a 16, you might just love it. Okay, this is the one, this is another one that I just had because I've, you know, got a bunch of this stuff. This one, the way this one works is instead of being spring-loaded, it opens and closes with this screw, which means that it's a gentler adjustment. You know, it's not, you're not cramming it apart, you're not wrenching it apart like this, and it just lands wherever it lands. This one's much easier to place where you want it to place. And then it has the same thing on the back so that you can turn it into landscape or portrait mode. But this one I much prefer, and I'm not sure if you can buy these separately, but this is the one that I use because it may be, okay, it's slightly like 1/8 of an inch, a millimeter or two narrower. So that might be part of the reason that it works better, because this one, it's harder for this one to not hit the buttons. Yeah, it's definitely narrower. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, actually, like up on this camera, it looks like it's quite a bit narrower. Okay, anyway, just wanted to show you that. All right, I hope you enjoyed my tour of the tech possibilities for shooting videos if you want to make money on YouTube. And I'd love it if you liked what you saw here, you want to see more, if you would subscribe, if you would like this video, and you know, all those good things. And remember, your next adventure is just down the road. Hope to see you there.